Welcome to my channel Easy Learning. In today's session, we will continue exercise 1.3 from question number 6 onwards. So these are word problem. Let's begin with question number 6. It says a certain freezing process requires that room temperature be lowered from 40 degrees Celsius. It means the current temperature of the room is how much? 40 degrees Celsius at the rate of 5 degrees Celsius every hour. So what it is happening, that the temperature is going down. It has been lowered. So if the existing temperature of the room is 40 degrees Celsius, every hour it is decreasing as 5 degrees Celsius. What will be the room temperature 10 hours after the process begins? So I hope the question is clear. It is like the current temperature, if it is 40 degrees Celsius, it is going down every hour, and with each hour how much it is going down? 5 degrees Celsius. So you have to tell after 10 hours what will be the temperature. So it means we have to see if it is going down, when the temperature is going down, it is represented with a negative integer, right? So let's calculate how much will be the temperature after 10 hours. So we will write it in the statement form also, since it's a word problem. So let's write the current temperature is how much, given as 40 degree Celsius. Next statement, at the rate of 5 degrees Celsius it's going down. So temperature decreased every hour. How much? 5 degrees Celsius. As I told you, since the temperature is decreasing, so it will be represented with a negative sign. It means you have to write a negative integer. So this thing is important. If you have written it as 5 degrees Celsius, your calculations, your answer, everything will be wrong. Okay. You have to tell the temperature after 10 hours. So how much is the total temperature which has been decreased? Total temperature decreased in 10 hours. So if in 1 hour it is going -5, in 10 hour it will be 10 into -5 degrees Celsius, which means -50 degrees Celsius. So this much temperature it has come down in 10 hours, but you have to tell what will be the temperature. This has come down, so we will calculate the temperature. Therefore, temperature after 10 hours will be how much? We will take the sum of 40 degrees Celsius plus minus 50 degrees Celsius. Let's open the bracket. 40 degree plus and minus will be minus 50 degrees Celsius. Opposite integers are subtracted with the sign with greater number. So greater number is 50 and negative integer, so minus 10 degrees Celsius. So how I can write my answer statement? Thus, the temperature after 10 hours will be how much? Minus 10 degree Celsius. So this is important in this step, that if the temperature is decreasing, represent it with a negative integer. That is how you are getting minus 50. If you will put a positive integer, then it will be 40 plus 50, 90 degrees Celsius. And the question says the temperature is decreasing. So it can never be greater than 40, right? We can never have it 90 degrees Celsius. So the important part in this question is that you have to represent the temperature which is decreasing with a negative integer. Let's see question number 7 of this exercise. In a class test containing 10 questions. So the total number of questions in the test paper is how much? 10 questions. 5 marks are awarded for every correct answer. So if a child is doing any correct question out of those 10, the child is getting 5 marks. Minus 2 marks are awarded for every incorrect. So there is a negative marking. Any child, if he was attending any question, but if it is wrong, if it is incorrect, it will get -2. Okay, and 0 for the questions not attempted. So there are 3 conditions given. Total number of questions are 10, plus 5 if it is correct, -2 if it is wrong, and 0 if it is not attempted. Now there are 3 parts, 3 situations in this question where we have to calculate the score. Mohan gets 4 correct and 6 incorrect answers. You have to tell his total score. So first you see, have he attempted all the questions? So 4 plus 6, 10. It means he has attempted all the question. Out of those 10, he has got 4 correct and 6 incorrect. So number of correct questions, how much? 4. What will be his score for these correct questions? 4 into getting 5 marks for any correct. So into 5 means 20, right? Now number of incorrect questions. How many incorrect he has done? He has done 6 incorrect. What will be the marks? 6 into minus 2, because it says minus 2 awarded for every incorrect answer. You get minus 12. We have to calculate his total score. So total score will be how much? The sum of correct and incorrect. So 20 plus minus 12. When you open the bracket, this becomes minus 12 and it means 8. So this much is his score. So you see, he has attempted 4 correct questions. He was getting 20 marks. But since there is a negative marking, ultimately his score has reduced from 20 to 8. Okay. So this similarly we have second and third part in this exercise. Reshma gets 5 correct answers and 5 incorrect answers. What is her score? So 5 plus 5, 10. It means she has attempted all the questions. So it will never be 0, because for correct answer we are giving plus 5 and for incorrect answer we are giving minus 2. Okay, so let's see. Number of corrected questions. How many she has done? She has done 5 correct. Okay, so her score will be how much? 5 into 5, which means 25. Now again it says that she has done 5 incorrect answers. So number of incorrect questions. How many incorrect questions she has done? 5. So we will write number of incorrect questions as 5. What will be the score for this? 5 into minus 2 is awarded for incorrect, means minus 10. So for the correct answer she has got 25 marks, but she has done 5 incorrect and the score is coming out minus 10. So what will be her total score? Her total score will be the sum of these two. So 25 plus minus 10, which gives you 25 minus 10 and then 15. So her score, Reshma is getting 15. Okay. Now the third condition is Hena gets 2 correct, 5 incorrect out of 7. Out of 7 questions, this much. What is her score? It means you see 2 plus 5, 7. There are 3 questions which she has not unattempted. These are unattempted questions. So if you see the question carefully, there was condition that 0 marks for any question which was not attempted. So it means we will multiply 3 with 0, right, for this case. So let's write the statements for this also. So number of correct questions, how many? Corrected questions, 2. What will be the score for these questions? 2 into 5, because for correct question we are giving 5 marks. So first part. Now 5 incorrect. So incorrect questions, how many? 5. Right? What will be her score for this? 5 into minus 2, which gives you minus 10. Now unattempted questions. Total number of questions in the question paper were 10 minus 2 here and 5 here. To the sum of this, 10 minus 7, it means 3 questions she has not attempted. What will be the score for these 3 questions? 3 into 0, because no marks were given for unattempted questions, so 0. What will be her total score? So you see, for the correct question she has got plus 10. For incorrect it is minus 10, plus for unattempted it's 0. So if I open the bracket, 10 minus 10 means 0. So in total, though she has scored 10 marks for her correct questions, but because of this negative marking, her total score is coming out how much? It is giving you a complete 0. So I hope this question is clear. You can pause my video to understand it again, go back and see it again. Let's see question number 8. A cement company earns a profit of rupees 8 per bag of white cement sold and a loss of rupees 5 per bag of grey cement sold. So there are two colors of the cement bag. One is given as white cement bag, okay, and another is grey cement. On white cement, if you see, it is written that there is a profit, and on the grey cement there is a loss. Now how much is the profit? Profit of rupees 8 per bag. On one bag the company is getting a profit of rupees 8. Rather, when the company is selling a grey bag, there is a loss. Loss of how much? Rupees 5 per bag. So this is the question. Now the question is, the company sells 3000 bags of white cement. So the company is selling 3000, this much, and 5000 bags of grey cement. You have to calculate whether it is a profit or a loss. So if you see, the total profit will be how much? This into this, because the count has to be multiplied with the profit of one bag. So roughly it will come out 24,000. Now similarly, if I calculate the total loss, the product of these two, how much it is? 24,000, right? Which is greater? 25,000 is greater than 24,000. It means there is a loss, because loss is coming out greater than the profit. And how much is the loss? 25,000 minus 24,000 is 1,000 rupees, right? So we will write this question in proper format. That is very important to write the proper explanation. So how do we write these statements? So number of white cement bags. How many bags? 3000, right? What is the profit per bag? So profit on one bag is how much? Rupees 8. So what will be your total profit? Total profit on 3000 bags will be rupees 8 into 3000, right? And which comes out 8 threes are 24,000. So this is one equation. Now there is a loss of 5 rupees on one grey cement bag. So number of grey cement bags. How many bags they have sold? The company has sold how many bags? It has sold how many? 5,000 bags. Now there is a loss on one bag is how much? Rupees 5. Let's calculate the total loss. Total loss on 5,000 bags will be how much? Rupees 5, which is the loss on one bag. Multiply it with total number of bags. How much? 25,000. Right? So this is loss and this is profit. Right? Here it is coming loss and here you are getting total profit. And very clearly you can see that loss is greater than profit, as 25,000 is greater than 24,000. So question was, what is its profit or loss? So hence it's a loss of rupees 1,000. We can take the difference, 25,000 minus 24,000, and you will get as rupees 1,000. Now the second part of this same question is, what is the number of white cement bags it must sell to have neither profit nor loss if the number of grey bags sold is 6,400 per bag? So in the previous page, what we have done, white cement bag and grey cement bag, right? Rupees 8 and rupees 5 per bag, this was profit, and this is rupees 5 per bag loss. What is the number? Let's assume the number is X of white cement bag it must sell so that the profit and loss is same, neutral. So, and the number of grey bag it has sold 6400. So if you multiply this with this, again it will give you the total loss, and this with this will give you the total profit. And if I equate them, we can find the value of x. How? So let's first write, let the number of white cement bag. You have to assume any variable because this is something which you have to find x. Let the number of white cement bags as x. Now the question is neither profit nor loss. So it means total profit should be equal to total loss. That is the condition. Total profit will be how much? Number of bags into 8, because rupees 8 per bag is the profit. Similarly here, number of bags 6400 and the price of one bag. Now this is in multiplication. If you transpose it, 8 will go in the denominator into 5 upon 8. 8 ones are 1, 8 8s are 64. Now 8 5s are 40 and these 2 0 as it is, it means 4000 bags. So the company should sell 4000 white bags so that there is no profit and no loss, to get it a neutral rate. Now if you want to cross verify it, this was your equation which we have made, right? So if I place the value here, x into 8 means 4000 into 8, how much it is coming out? 32,000. Now here also if you see 6400 into 5 is how much? 32,000. So this equation is verified. Both the sides are coming 32,000. It means neither profit nor loss. So this question was a little not very difficult, but you can always pause the video to understand and you can go back to understand this question again. Let's do the last question of this exercise. Replace the blank with an integer to make it a true statement. So this is like very simple question here. Minus 3 into what to get 27, right? So you need to have a positive integer here. It means this has to be a minus. That should be your first thing because minus and minus gives you plus. 3 into 9 is 27. So your replacement will be minus 9. 5 into what? To get a negative integer. It means this is a positive, so this has to be a negative integer. I am placing it in a bracket because we already have a sign here. 5 sevens is 35. It means minus 7, right? Now again you need a negative integer here. Already we have a negative integer. It means here this integer will be positive. So 7 8s is 56. Here you need a positive integer. Here it is negative, so it means this will also be negative integer because minus and minus will give you positive integer. And 11 into 12 is 132, right? So this was question number 9. I'll explain you another way. Suppose with this question you are not aware that 11 into 12 is 132. So what we can do, x into minus 12 is equals to 132. So for any case here we can assume it as x to calculate the n value. Now x will be how much? 132 upon 12. 12 ones are 12, 12 ones are 12, this minus sign as it is, and 12 ones are 12. So minus 11, right? Similarly, if you want to do it, say minus 3 into x is equals to 27. You have to calculate this x. So we will take minus 3 on the other side. So 3 9s are 27 and this minus sign as it is. So this is how minus 9. Let me do this. 5 into x is equals to minus 35. If I take minus 35, this 5 in the division gives you 5 7s are 35, a minus 7, right? And C part I will explain you here. X into minus 8 is equals to minus 56. Now you have to calculate this variable. So I'll take minus 8 in the denominator. This is cancelled and 8 7s is 56. So you have got a positive integer. So if you are not able to fill it without the calculations, you can always follow this method. So this was last question of this exercise. Keep practicing maths and please do watch my next video for the solution of next questions, next exercise 1.4. Till then, take care. Bye bye.